back to Stephanie Plans and Reads. I've titled this video, Does Size Matter? And you're probably thinking, yes, of course it does. It definitely matters. And in the planner world, sorry for that car going by. In the planning world, I think we definitely think size matters. People are A5, B6, they are A5 or A6, they are weeks, TN, and we kind of all have our own particular reasons for choosing a planner. And I wanted to kind of test that out. So today I'm going to look at my I just have this for size comparison, but primarily I'm going to be looking at my A5, which is my very favorite size. This is my everything planner and I love it, versus the B6, which as you can see is like a bit smaller, and hopefully you don't have that much glare on the covers here. So yeah, if you're interested in that, please stick around, like and subscribe. And if you're new to this channel, my name is Stephanie. This is Stephanie Plans and Reads. And on this channel, basically, I talk about planners, stationery, and books, which is kind of what is indicated by my name. Right, so this size here is the week size, the Sterling Ink week size, the N2, I believe. And this is what, if you haven't seen my videos before, you won't know this, but I'm using this for my reading journal. So I'm not going to talk about this as a planner, although some of what I'm going to be saying I think could apply. But that, maybe is something I need to do further on down the road. But what I've done here is I had a little experiment. So let's say 2 months ago, Sterling Ink was having a 25% off sale. And I thought that'd be a perfect time for me to try out the B6. So what has happened was I don't have a job currently. So I moved from the UK back to Canada, which that's my home. And I had been working in the UK as a lecturer, a university lecturer, and I'm looking for those kinds of positions over here. But if you know anything about Canadian academic, jobs, you'll know that there are not many, especially when you don't want to move. So I've been looking for a job, but because I don't have a job, I feel like my weeks are just not as full as they could be. And I wasn't a person who used the kind of full box stickers, but I find myself using them more and more, because if I don't, we kind of have a situation where I don't have a lot of plans. And what I've been doing is kind of, writing down kind of everything that's happening on in the day, and that's working, but I feel like I have room. So if we go back to sometimes at the beginning here, like I knew that I wasn't going to have a lot of plans and a lot of time kept up with like work stuff. So I had my to-dos in here. I just was a little bit, didn't feel like I was really filling out the weeklies like I should. So I thought maybe I could get a B6 and maybe that's all I need. And what I ended up getting was just what is this? This is the compact, because I didn't need all of those notes pages when I was just kind of trialing. We've got a little bit of a wind here because it's breezy, so I'm just going to go like that to keep that down. So what I did was I ordered this in the compact, and my experiment was to try and see, can I put everything that I've put in an A5 in the weekly spread into the B6. So here's my weekly spread for May 5th or 20th to the 26th. So I'll just kind of say what it's on here. So at the bottom here, you have all my to-dos, and obviously toward the weekend, I either do less things or less write them down, either way. I always have my meal plan here, which is really just a record, less of a plan, it's a record. Here I have check marks all down the side. This is because I have a clear post-it note that I put here that has my social media to-dos. And then here I just, at the end of the week, write a little bit about either the plan itself or the week itself. And then from here up is really the day-to-day plans. So usually I put, here you can see I have Victoria Day. I put like the holidays and birthdays at the top. And then, you know, I try to kind of plan things, not so much exactly on the hourly schedule, but near enough. So I know that cricket's in the morning. We went for groceries around this time. I'm doing some work here. We had family time, you know, things like that. So it's a rough. And then I usually kind of populate it with little stickers from different planner companies that I like. And, you know, social media things, basically just deco. So there you go. So that's what it is. So that's the week of the 20th to the 26th. So can I get that into a B6? Sorry. We have a breeze here and it's very warm, so I don't want to take the breeze away. So here is the same spread, the same week in the B6. So you can see here, I didn't write down the week. Oh, let's do that. And then maybe you can see it a little bit better. So I didn't write down the reflection from the week because I didn't think that mattered. But everything else is here except for the holiday. We have the AM routine, the fact that I went grocery shopping, planner time, updating my planner, reading. We went training and there was a birthday, cycling, shopping. It was my mom's birthday, so we took cake to mom. We had family time. Then on Wednesday, I have cricket at the right time because it wasn't in the morning. The the cycling, and then reading, and then all my to-dos are down here. Same here. So all of those things, date night, movie night, laundry, all that stuff, and my to-dos are all down here. So I did this first week, and I thought, well, I think that demonstrates that yes, in fact, I can fit everything into a B6. So I thought, well, let's do the next week. And the next week, I did a little bit more of deco. So what I ended up doing was here are all kind of leftover stickers, kits, stickers from kits. And then, I mean, some of these little emojis and stuff are new. And then, yeah, I just wrote basically everything that I did in this one. I really like this spread, even though it's not a kit. I'm vibing on it, as the kids say. Yeah, so again, figuring out that I can definitely, the content that I use in here fits in here for the weeks. Now, well, we'll get to that. So let's do the next week. So this is the final week. So this is a kit, and it's from Let's Plan It, and it's lovely, which required me then to move my to-do list up a little bit, probably up a little bit too much. So this looks pretty chunky, like full. And then in the B6 version, it's more spread out, and I kind of put some more deco down here in the spots where there wasn't anything, basically. And I experimented here too with using a different color pen. This is the Right Tech pen that I was using there, as well as my Klena, which is my go-to. So basically, in this, answering my own question, does size matter? Here it doesn't really matter for me. Now, because I don't have a lot of appointments, I don't have work as such. So I don't have a lot of, bits sectioned off, and I don't necessarily need the whole thing to be covered. But I like it to look used, like I like it to look lived in. So that's why I like the kits. So that's the week. Now I am starting this week, which is June 10th. I am starting it in here. I'm not sure, bar this experiment, what I'm thinking. But I'm stuck. I'm torn because I love the A5 size. There's so many kits out there that you can get. There's covers for the A5, lots of covers available. As I was saying, everything fits well in the A5 in terms of deco, sticker kits, that kind of stuff. And I do like to use them. So for me, A5 wins in that column. I'm not working, as I said, so I don't need this to be that portable. I move it around the house, but it doesn't need to go outside with me. And I do recognize that this is a bit heavy. And of course, if you've watched my channel, you know I normally keep it in this cover. This is the Lee Hit Lab cover, which adds even more, weight to it. So in that respect, the B6 would win because it is a bit smaller. It is a bit lighter. Granted, I have the compact version. So there's, let's see, there is 121 versus like 360 something in here. So it is the B6 is quite a bit lighter in that respect. So if that is the concern for me, then I would definitely be leaning more toward B6. But stickers seem to be working relatively well. As I say, these are kind of pieced together. There's no kit really. But these boxes here are for the A5, but they seem to fit all right. They go over a little bit, but not too bad. But this kind of thing here at the top probably would not fit. So that does not concern me because this is not, brain surgery or anything. It's not that big of a deal, but I probably, thinking about stickers and stuff, I give the A5 the, check mark in the column there. What I haven't done also is look at, I don't even think I've even looked at these kinds of pages. So you have the goal breakdown, the trackers, and the monthly. And I'm really kind of using mine. Let's see here. This is the first time I've been tracking, that I've actually been tracking full time, like every day. This is the first time I've done it for more than a week. So I'm quite proud. But you can see like that's quite a bit smaller. The columns are probably, I would say two squares smaller. And then these are probably 4 squares smaller, like width-wise. So yeah, this obviously I could write that in there. That's not a problem. And this would fit in there. So that's not a problem. I think size does not matter when I think about the content that I want to put in my A5, all the way up to the dailies. And we'll talk about the dailies in a second. I think that either one would be fine. I might give it the edge to the A5 only because of the sticker situation and the cover. So this is Lauren Phelps design and Planner Monkey Co. collab, the cover, and obviously you can see it's too big. This is a B6 size, but because it's compact, it doesn't like, oh, I don't know how to describe it. Like it doesn't use enough of the width to make this fit properly. So I'm not concerned about the cover in terms of finding something when if I got the B6 full year, I think it would fill that out and fit nicely. But so in terms of the daily pages, obviously I would again get the full year. Let's see if I can find something that looks, let's look at this one. So this is what I've normally been doing. So I've divided it up into half, which means that in here, I could probably cover a full day per page. So if I got the B6 full year, that would be, I think everything would fit. Otherwise, I know I couldn't get the compact because half of this would not be enough. Like some days, of course, it would be because I put deco, but then I also have some days where I'm writing like a full page, like this. I put my to-do list, and actually I do like the form of that, but then I wonder what to do in the weeks if I don't put my to-do list in there. That's a whole other issue. Yeah, so I need something that has a bit more space than half of this, so I would need the full year. So basically, I mean, the experiment has just taught me that I can basically use either size. I think, especially when I'm not working, what would happen to me, because that is my luck, is that I would order this, the B6 full year for next year, and I'd get a job, and I'd need to put like appointments and meetings and all that stuff in here, and then it wouldn't work. So yeah, I think the experiment was a good one, but I don't know that I would change anything at this point. Now, in comes this. So I think I've talked about this on this channel many times. This is my reading journal. I love it. I was thinking, could I experiment with this as not only a reading journal, so that could be like having two of these rather, so that, you know, all my appointments would go in here, then my to-dos and all that would go here, and then in the back I would have daily pages. So there's something about this one particular. I do have the Hobonichi version, and I haven't used it that much. There's so many things better in this for me. Now, I'm not saying for anybody else, but I need the grid to be over here as well, because I can't write straight, and then I don't need all this. I want my boxes to be bigger and this out of the way, but I see people use this and this, you know, I kind of see them as interchangeable in some ways for their daily planner, and I love it. And there's something, you know, very satisfying about the feel of this. I also love using the ballpoint on it. I love using the gel pens, and the Klenna is one of my favorite, which is all this is written in Klenna. But it feels, I don't know, the tactile feeling of this is like chunky and used, and I love that feeling of it being used and getting, you know, pages curling up and everything. I mean, it's probably the opposite of what the aesthetic that social media and everything want your planners to look like. But so all this to say that I think size doesn't matter when it comes to planning. I think you can always use, you know, what you have and make it work. I was worried that I needed to have the biggest, I mean, I had a 7x9, but that was in coils, and I like a book bound. But I felt like I had to have, you know, the bigger pages because I was in the Cousin last year, and I just thought that's what I needed. But really, I could have, you know, downsized and been quite still as happy. And I'm glad that I tried it, even though I probably wouldn't leave the A5 because I just feel like I'm so comfortable there, and I probably would stay. But the idea of trying out, like doing another experiment with this size, maybe I could even use it just for the experiment in this, although, you know, ordering another planner's not in the budget, Stephanie. Desired, but not in the budget. Yeah, so maybe I could try another experiment there and do my daily pans in here and see how it goes. What do you think? Let me know in the comments if you think I should go ahead and try the experiment with this size. And let me know if this was helpful to you at all in kind of comparing the two sides. Are you an A5 or are you a B6 or a different size kind of planner? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, if you want some more of this content and you like what you saw, please hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.